gentlemen, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the commencement exercises for the Old Bridge High School class of 2026. Whoa. 692 graduates, parents, teachers, grandparents, students. Let's hear it for the class of 2026. Yes, please stand and remove your caps for the Air Force Junior ROTC presentation of the colors, Pledge of Allegiance, and the National Anthem. Our student Senate President, Jordan Rosenthal, will now lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberties and justice for all.
Our national anthem will now be performed by Emily Barnhart.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
Call it every time. Please be seated. I'd like to recognize our distinguished guests who have joined us on the stage. I ask that you please hold all your applause until all guests are introduced. I would like to welcome our Board of Education members. Miss Elena Francisco, President. Miss Christina Mazzone, Vice President. Miss Jennifer D'Antuno. Miss Marjorie Jodry. Miss Brooke Richards Patterson. Mr. Jay Slade. And Mr. Matthew Solikowski. Our Central Administration, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Vincent Sasso. Assistant Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Kathleen Hoker. Assistant Superintendent of Academic Programs, Dr. James Dewey. School Business Administrator, Mr. David Wydell. Director of Athletics, Mr. Dan Camino. Director of Technology, Mr. James Iannizelli. Director of Grants, Intervention, and Student Services, Dr. Caitlin Calandria. Our High School Administration, Principal of Old Bridge High School, Ms. Sally Fazio. Principal of Ellen McDermott, Grade 9 Center, Mr. James Oliveri. Vice Principal of Old Bridge High School, Mr. Jonathan Bill. Our District Supervisors, Science and Assessment, Mr. Jeffrey Caulfield. English and Social Studies, Mr. Rocco Celentano. Business, Design Technology, Family Consumer Science and Nursing, Ms. Karen Hicks. Mathematics, Ms. Stacy Winters. Our district building administrators, principals, Dr. Thomas Ferry, Mr. Joseph Maranzoli, Mr. Christopher McHugh, Dr. Ray Payton, Mr. William Rezes, vice principals, Mr. Timothy Godfrey, Mr. Jason Lynch, Ms. Deidre Sizlove, Mrs. Angela Ziemba, and the Mayor of Old Bridge, the Honorable Debbie Walker. To offer our welcome address, please welcome to the podium Board of Education Vice President, Ms. Christina Mazzone.
Good morning, everyone. Families, friends, teachers, staff, and most importantly, our graduating class of 2026. My name is Christina Mazzone, and this year I proudly serve as the Vice President of the Board of Education. Today is more than a ceremony, it's a milestone. It's the ending of one chapter and the beginning of another. And while you all may be wearing the same caps and gowns today, every single one of you took different paths to get to this moment. Some of you came into high school confident and fearless. Others came in nervous, unsure, or trying to figure out where you fit in. Along the way, there were tests, deadlines, victories, disappointments, friendships, changes, and moments that shaped you in ways you probably didn't even realize at the time. You learned lessons far beyond textbooks and classrooms. You learned how to adapt when things didn't go as planned. You learned how important real friendships are. But most importantly, you learned that failure is not the opposite of success, but often part of it. None of you got here alone. Thank you to your parents, guardians, families, friends, teachers, mentors, coaches, and counselors, all who supported you, challenged you, believed in you, and helped you become who you are today. Their encouragement made a difference, even on the days you did not say it out loud. Graduates, this moment belongs to you. Some of you are heading to college, some are starting careers, bravely joining the military, pursuing trades, traveling, or still figuring things out. And that's okay. There is no single right path to success. What matters most is not how quickly you reach your goals, but how you treat people along the way, how you respond to challenges, and whether you continue growing into the person you want to become. As you leave high school behind, you'll carry memories that will stay with you forever. Spirit weeks, late night studying, inside jokes, school events, teachers who inspired you, and the friendships that turned into family. Years from now, you may not remember every assignment or every test score, but you will remember how these years made you feel. You will remember the people who stood beside you, guided you, and pushed you in many different ways. The future will not always be easy. There will be moments of uncertainty, failure, and setbacks, but there will also be opportunities, achievements, and experiences greater than anything you can imagine right now. Do not be afraid to take chances. Do not be afraid to fail. And do not let fear stop you from becoming the person you are capable of being. Today we celebrate everything you've accomplished. Tomorrow you begin writing the next chapter of your lives. So make it worth it. Live every day to the fullest. Continue creating memories. And always hold your core values and, more importantly, your family close to your heart. Class of 2026, congratulations, good luck, and always remember, once a night, always a night.
Thank you, Mrs. Stone. At this time, I am honored to present our Salutatorian, of the class of 2026, Tasia Moretti.
It's probably a bad time to use the bathroom. I'd like to quickly say thank you to my mom, my dad, that traveled halfway, and my grandparents that traveled halfway across the world, my friends, faculty, and any honored guest. You know, when Mrs. Fazio called me down to the office last week, reminding me that I need to write this very speech. I almost lost it. I put on a nice smile for her, held my chest high, but in that scene, I was furious. I mean, I had 1 week to sum up the entirety of high school. That's everything from DJ Torok dance parties, to my buddy Isaac Choi slipping at mock shadi on a girl's dress, and even Mrs. Hydorn literally eating my friend's homework. And not only that, but my sister's coming up next, so I have to make sure my speech is far better than hers. So class of 2026, can you please do me a favor? If at any time you find something even remotely funny, just laugh. I want to go home knowing that my speech was better than my sister's. I might have finished second, but they put me on stage first for a reason. Oh, and Mrs. Fazio, you're not off the hook yet. You see, it's the middle of June, and I'm a busy man. I'm talking pickleball every day, doom scrolling on Spotify, sunbathing at Guyton Park. Man, I'm busy. And what am I supposed to talk about? Perseverance, hard work, growth? As the most promising graduating class of all time, we have everything covered. I'm talking about you, Shrey Patel. It's my boy. Anyways, I do believe I'm supposed to talk about something, so naturally I turn to the only rational source of inspiration, Travis Scott. I went to Google and searched for his most famous quotes, and I got a few that I think would make a great addition to this rather momentous occasion. If you don't mind, I'd like to read some. Mixing the water with cheese is making my money get mold. Take a moment, count my guap. And belt. Don't worry, class of 2026, somehow in my immensely chaotic schedule and quote hunting, I did find one thing to say. In the words of Travis Scott, let your ambition carry you. Class of 2026, in all seriousness, I believe we occupy a pretty weird spot in history. Our future is unpredictable, and we are constantly pressured by the people around us. And it's very easy to feel overwhelmed. It feels like the weight of the world is on our shoulder before we even figured it out. But you know what, 26? We are relentless, we have strength, we have drive, and we have a hungry passion in every one of us. Whatever your ambitions are, put your all into them. Don't let anybody try to stray you from what you're meant to do. Just let your ambition carry you. And to end my speech, since this is the largest crowd I've ever spoken to, let me go rapid fire. Travis Scott got robbed of a Grammy, the US is gonna win the World Cup, and the Iceman was a nice man. Thank you. Let's go, Aubrey.
Thank you, Deja. At this time, would all the senior chorus and band members please take your places on stage using both ramps. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Old Bridge High School Chorus, who will be performing Landslide.
climbed a mountain and I turned around. And I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down.
Oh, mirror in the sky, can the child within my heart sail through the changing ocean tide? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. And time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Oh, I'm getting older too. Oh, I'm getting older and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills, and the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tide? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Well, I've been afraid of changing,
now my pleasure to introduce the Old Bridge High School Band performing a pitball arrangement. Thank you. Will the senior band and chorus members please return to your seats using both hands? It is a great honor to introduce the principal of Old Bridge High School, Ms. Sally Fazio.
Good morning. Good morning, members of the Board of Education, Dr. Sasso, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, families, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2026. As I stand before you, I am experiencing a landslide of emotions. Pride, gratitude, excitement, but mostly hope. Hope for what lies ahead for all of you. Perhaps that's why our choir's beautiful rendition of Landslide resonates so deeply. And honestly, I had no idea that any of you even knew that song until the last day of school, Liv Cusick and Kate Jenks begged me to play it, and then followed by a text from Haley Guaz to play it as well. What a perfect song for the seasons of your life. Over 50 years ago, Stevie Nicks wrote that song. She wrote it about looking back and looking ahead and wondering whether we can handle the changing seasons that are placed before us. The lyrics ask us to consider how we have changed over time. Class of 2026, think about who you were when you first walked into the doors of Old Bridge High School. You arrived at the GNC in September of 2022. On your playlist was probably Harry Styles' As It Was or Post Malone's I Like You. You were probably carrying backpacks that were way too heavy, and you were holding schedules that you didn't understand. But you were carrying dreams that were still taking place. You navigated challenges, celebrated victories, discovered new passions, formed lifelong friendships, and learned lessons both inside and outside the classroom. And now look at you. You have changed, you have grown. You remind us that growth is both beautiful and bittersweet. And now you stand on the edge of your next great adventure. As Landslide reminds us, time makes you bolder, children get older. We celebrate this truth this morning. You have grown before our very eyes. And while it is really difficult to imagine the halls of Old Bridge High School next year without you, I could not be prouder. One of the most powerful messages in Landslide is the realization that growth often comes with uncertainty. The truth is that none of us knows exactly what comes next. Some of you are heading to college, some entering the workforce, some joining the military, and some pursuing paths that haven't even been invented yet. The song Landslide asks, can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle this season of my life? I can honestly say yes, you are ready. Not because you have all the answers, but because you are Old Bridge. Because your teachers, counselors, advisors, coaches have blazed the path for you to climb those mountains, to keep moving forward, to persevere, and to adapt when life doesn't go according to plan. And while we are fortunate to have shared this journey with you, there's a group of people who have been with you from the very beginning. They were there before your first day of kindergarten, before your first day at Old Bridge High School, and they have been cheering you on every step of the way. They are the people who packed your lunches, drove carpools, attended concerts and games, stayed up late helping you with projects, worried when you struggled, celebrated when you succeeded, and loved you through every step of the way. Talk about a landslide of emotions. They are feeling it today. Today is about your achievement, but it is also theirs. Class of 2026, please join me in giving your parents a well-deserved round of applause. Families, embrace this moment. We thank you for entrusting your children with us. It has been our honor and privilege to be part of their story. And now, graduates, as you prepare to leave us, Old Bridge High School will never be the same, but remember this. Life will continue to bring change, and there will be moments when you will feel that landslide of uncertainty. Moments when the future might seem unclear, moments when you are standing at the top of your own mountain, wondering what comes next. When those moments arrive, remember who you are. Remember where you came from. Remember the lessons you learned here at Old Bridge High School. And remember that growth is something to embrace. As the song reminds us, time makes us bolder. May you be bold in your dreams, bold in your compassion for others, bold in your pursuit of purpose, and bold enough to become the person you are meant to be. Wherever life takes you next, know that you will always have a home at Old Bridge High School. Once a night, always a night. Congratulations, class of 2026. We love you. So in a school with a proud history spanning many generations, there are moments that become part of its history forever. As we just heard from our salutatorian, Tasia Moretti, we now come to a truly historic moment for Old Bridge High School. This morning, we celebrate a remarkable achievement that has never happened in the history of Old Bridge High School. This year, our valedictorian and salutatorian of the graduating class are twin siblings. Their accomplishments are a testament not only to their exceptional academic excellence, but also to years of perseverance, support of one another, very dedicated parents, and two extremely proud grandparents who traveled very far to see their grandbabies today. At this time, I am very pleased to introduce our valedictorian of the class of 2026 and Duke University-bound Tanvi Moretti.
Good morning, Old Bridge. He really thinks he's a funny man. And give it up for the class of 2026. You know, this year is kind of a new record for me. I've genuinely never been so popular. In the past few weeks alone, I've had more people send me TikToks and Reels than ever before. And every single one was about the typical cringe valedictorian speech. So in preparation to avoid that, I turned to Google, which advised me to skip the thank you section for optimal entertainment value. However, Mr. Lopriato told me that his mother still holds it against him for not thanking his parents in his graduation speech. So real quick, thank you to my parents for always supporting whatever random interest I decide to pursue. Thank you to all my teachers and friends for always putting up with me. And finally, the biggest thank you to my brother for being ever so slightly worse than me and allowing me the opportunity to stand here as valedictorian today. Hopefully you can't tell, but I had no idea what to say for this speech. Other than consulting Google, I also tried Reddit. And Reddit told me that everybody here just wants to go home. So, you know, that definitely wasn't demotivating or anything. Even though a part of me wanted to be sappy and sentimental and try to get my friends to cry, instead, I've decided I'm going to tell you the same story that actually got me into college. Mostly because that meant I didn't have to write a speech. Every night, before I go to bed, I like to watch little mukbangs. You know, the Chipotle bowls, especially with the chips on the side, and the Dave's Hot Chicken drenched in their special sauce are easy A-tier contenders. But nothing will ever come close to the giant bowls of cheesy bulldog noodles. So, when my father took me on a Walmart trip, I grabbed the 3-times spicy pack. And I like to think I'm not too arrogant or anything, but I was more than confident that the people online saying it was spicy were exaggerating. I mean, genetically speaking, I thought I had this one in the bag. When I got home, I opened the spice packet, dabbed a drop on my finger, and licked it. Immediately, my face started to flush, but I was fine, right? Surely, when I added the noodles, it would balance everything out. So, I continued scraping every last drop of sauce with my chopsticks. The first bite I took hit the back of my throat instantly, but again, it was whatever. I recruited a glass of milk and pushed on. 1 glass became 2, then 4, and as I kept going with a stubborn determination, I finished the bowl. An hour later, I ended up hunched on my bathroom floor, vomiting a puddle of red slop into my toilet. So it's safe to say, my first time eating bulldog was a slight disaster, but hey, I swear, I can handle spice. Since then, I stick to carbonara bulldog, a much milder version. Still, despite everything, bulldog has somehow become a staple in my life. My family now buys it in bulk every time we go to Costco. So, if there's one thing I'd like to leave everyone with today, it's just to try things. I think most of us spend a lot of time being scared of embarrassing ourselves or failing in a way that feels permanent. But honestly, I can't remember any of the times I said the wrong thing, tripped in public, or made a joke that completely airballed. And I know I've done all of those things. In fact, I had moments where I was going to pause for laughter in this speech alone, and no one laughed. But I'm not going to lose sleep over it tonight. They just don't stick the way they feel like they will in the moment. So try the sport that even if you're gonna get clean swept. Say yes to going to a party where you only know one person and just see what happens. Don't be afraid to embarrass yourself. Worst case scenario, it becomes a funny story. And before I leave, in an attempt to one-up my brother for the second time today, I'm gonna end with a quote from my favorite artist, The Neighborhood. I hope you find a way to be yourself someday. In weakness or in strength, change can be amazing. Class of 2026, it's been great knowing all of you. Congratulations again. You all deserve this.
At this time, it is truly my honor to introduce the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Vincent Sasso.
Good morning. This never gets old. Just a beautiful sight. So I realize in this new spot, I am just minutes away from actually giving the okay to hear your names fill this arena. So I'm going to try to keep this as quickly as I can. But first things first, I would like to acknowledge the members of the Board of Education. Over the last 7 months, I've had a front row seat and watched this group of dedicated individuals go above and beyond time and time again to protect the programs and the people that make our district, especially Old Bridge High School, so special. They were faced with really tough decisions, but always put you, our students, first. So please join me in saying thank you to our Board of Education. Graduates, I know today is about you, but let's just take a moment to reflect on the family and loved ones here today, at home, or somewhere special in our hearts, who have supported you on this journey. Parents, guardians, grandparents, family, and friends, I would like to take a moment to recognize your role in this journey. You have been your children's strongest advocates, greatest supporters. You've celebrated every milestone, helped navigate every challenge. Today's success belongs to you as well. Let's hear it for our family and friends. And to the incredible administration, faculty, and staff at Old Bridge High School, I miss you and I thank you. You have helped our students discover strengths that they have never realized they had, and your part in this journey will never be forgotten. As our great nation celebrates our 250th birthday in just a few short weeks, I would like to take a moment now to recognize those who have chosen to serve this great nation, especially the 10 members in the class of 2026. At this time, will all those in attendance who actively serve or veterans who have served our country in the United States military, especially all 10 members of the class of 2026, please stand and be recognized for your service to our country. Graduates, as I stand here today, I realize something that feels both incredibly special and deeply emotional. The class of 2026 will forever hold a unique place in my heart because you are officially my final graduating class as principal of Old Bridge High School and first as superintendent. And what a year we started together. From day one, the energy was electric. Absolutely fire. Especially when our very own Mr. Pitbull came and made an appearance on the auditorium stage. I mean, who needs Mr. 305 when we have Mr. 516? It's not now. No, not Pitbull, not now, sorry. This guy, I tell you, on cue always. Starting every morning on the intercom with Jordan, Delaney, Veronica with a W, became a part of the heartbeat of our school. And I thought it would be another amazing year together. But life has a funny way of changing the script. A few months into the year, I stepped into this new role, and while it was an incredible professional opportunity to serve this entire district, I'll be honest with you this morning, It wasn't difficult to transition to the position. It was difficult to leave all of you. No longer walking the hallways of Old Bridge High School every day, no random conversations between classes, no fist bumps. For 20 years, Old Bridge was home. And I guess that's why returning to the auditorium stage for the Disney Shap reveal was a lot harder than I expected. In that moment, hearing your voices, feeling your energy, and seeing the pride that you have in our high school, it reminded me that some connections never fade. And that brings me to something I've been thinking about a lot over the last few weeks, like many of you. I found inspiration in the incredible championship run of the New York Knicks. Now, yes, a great run indeed, but obviously nothing that would spark an attempt at a final day school hallway takeover chanting Knicks in 5, right? I mean, nothing like that would happen, right? Sorry, I assume it's bad. Sorry. But for years, decades, we kept hearing the same thing about the Knicks. Maybe next year, not good enough, they'll never get there. There were setbacks, injuries, but they kept showing up. They kept believing. And eventually, after all the adversity, they broke through. Why? Because the people who succeed in life are not always the most talented. They are the ones who refuse to quit when things get hard. They are the ones who surround themselves with people who will challenge them to be the very best version of themselves. Class of 2026, your life will not always go according to plan. Sometimes the script changes. Sometimes you get knocked down, but faith and resilience is not about avoiding adversity. It's how you respond to it. Keep believing, keep doing the work, even when nobody around you sees it, because your breakthrough may be closer than you think. And no matter where life takes you, always remember who you are and where you come from. You will always be a part of our family. You will always be an Old Bridge Knight. I could have not asked for a better final and first class. God bless the class of 2026. And I know. Go ahead. I waited 20 years for this moment, and I'm not going to lie. Board President, Ms. Francisco, and members of the Old Bridge Board of Education, by the power vested in me as Superintendent of Schools, it is my honor to certify that the members of Old Bridge High School's class of 2026 seated before us has successfully met or exceeded all graduation requirements as established by the state of New Jersey and the Old Bridge Township Board of Education. Therefore, I proudly present to you the class of 2026 and recommend that they be awarded their high school diplomas.
Thank you, Dr. Sasso. At this time, I welcome my colleagues, Mr. Jonathan Bill and Mr. James Oliveri, to the podiums. Graduates, as Mr. Bill or Mr. Oliveri announce your names, please come forward to receive your diplomas. Graduates receiving their diplomas today represent the inaugural cohort of our early college program. In May, each of these students earned an associate degree from Middlesex College while simultaneously completing their high school diploma requirements.
Julia DeRobertis. Ben Patel. Veronica Malinowski. Mokam Singh. Simran Polkar.
Haley Spiro.
Ben Patel.
Emma Long.
Ziad Abdel Kareem.
Taya Awad.
Anthony Adrabo.
Mary Barsoon.
O. Panya.
Kaden Lee.
Yara Munir Abu Jabara.
Jennifer Bliss Lee.
Ava Loren Akinfora.
Christian Levely.
Nelson Ray Adamas.
Gianna Lentini.
Moda Adhan.
Mila Leon.
Diora Adalova.
Justine Cassie Leonette.
John Avakwa.
Jaden X Towell.
Nicholas Agostino.
Anthony Lepre.
Tajneem Ahmed.
Charlene Leon.
Sarah Ahmed.
Connor Levenhard.
Malak Al-Namelsi.
Eva Levin.
Baha Al-Namelsi.
Matthew Levitt.
Korea Allenbeer.
Sydney Levy.
Addison Briggs Albrecht.
Madison Lewis.
Makai Alexander.
Hayden Lewis.
Rohan Ali.
Robert Lewis.
Adam Ali.
Elizabeth Liana.
Hamza Ali.
Dylan Williams.
Victoria Mary Elaine.
Rachel Lipson.
Haneen Alam.
Riona Lola.
Amaris Altu.
Alessandro Lamagno.
Elinam Amagutsi.
Logan Ocasio.
J. Marie Endez.
Brayden Lopez.
Megan Andrew.
Gianna Lombardi.
Kareem Audi.
Taylor Lombardi.
Christian Appel.
Owen Lomacki.
Julius Aquino.
Pamela Lopes.
Mohammed Arha.
Yamalet Lopez Mendoza.
Deborah Ashley.
Wasim Lewis.
Hani Abdallah.
Haley Lubinsky.
Jake Babs.
Nicholas Lucchese.
Samantha Bax.
Rocco Ludovico.
Alexandra Ballesteros.
Adrian Lutomsky.
Serena Banya.
Chase Lynch.
Ryan Matthew Bannerman.
Vanessa Machado.
Emily Barnhart.
Justice Mack.
Courtney Beat.
Christian Madison.
Saif S. Bilal.
Abby Mahmood.
Christopher Benford.
Luciano Maena.
Aiden Benninger.
Matthew Malloy.
Alexei Bielchikov.
Maria Mansour.
Labria Blackshear Norwood.
William Martinez Cotto.
Dylan Binek.
Sophia Grace Bastiata.
Leif Visani.
Annalise Mateo Perez.
Taylor Bliven.
Aiden Matos.
Madison Blondo.
Michael Mayer.
Danielle Bote.
Jesse James Mazer.
Heather Bohauer.
Eric McDonald.
Arseny Bowles.
Logan McGowan.
Ivan Bondar.
Amelia Maria McNulty.
Chanel Esperanza Bonilla.
Braylon Mecca.
Kevin Borja.
Olivia Marie Medina.
Gavin Boren.
Brianna Medwick.
Victoria Body.
Luke Anthony Meeks.
Constantine Bobo.
Brianna Mirza.
Alexander Borkov.
Mansa Mehta.
Vincent Branciforte.
Mahi Mehta.
Alina Rocco.
Shana Mehta.
Xavier Bronco.
Giselle Mejia.
Isabel Francine Brazier.
Zolani Lima.
Emma Brown.
Edianis Enid Mercado Ramos.
Chase Brown.
Susanna Nikolaichuk.
Sebastian Duelvis Fortich.
Blessing Willow Miles.
Madeline Bullitt.
Dylan Miller.
Lucia Bullis.
Arjun Minhas.
Alyssa Bomico.
Michael Miranda.
Cameron Joseph Bernison.
Brianna Mirzo.
Haley Butchick.
Noah Mitchell.
Teata Bird.
Tarek Mohammed Ali.
Elijah Ray Cabalin.
Samir Mohammed.
Ariana Cabrera.
Abdul Aziz Mohammed.
Adrian Cabrera.
Deo Mohapelua.
Rory Cahill.
Tristan Montgomery.
Angel Kanka.
Kelvin Morales Figueroa Jr.
Delaney Ray Canzano.
Isabella Morgan.
Anthony Capobianco.
Aaron Morris.
Lorenzo Cardona.
Christian Morris.
Jaden Pedro Carrero.
Justin Morrissey.
Imani Carswell.
Landon Mascarello.
Lauren M. Cartagena.
Safi Mohammed.
Alyssa Cartagena.
Christopher Mullen.
Grace Castellano.
Isabella Munoz.
Kayla Castillo.
Joseph Myers.
Michaela Catalano.
Joseph Valaweco.
Emma Salutano.
Taryn Nam.
Carson Chan.
Francesca Marie Nardone.
Taha Chada.
Noreen Nasser.
Colin Cheddar.
Nicholas Natali.
Michael Chiarella.
Kendall Nebbia.
Madison G. Chiarella.
Francesco Dominic Nercita.
Zoe Chin.
Wendy No.
Mark Chin.
Ryan Nicholas.
Isaac Choi.
Aiden Neela.
Ronald Siachi.
Dion Nimani.
Salvia Clement.
Anthony Noguera.
Timothy Kogan.
James Nolan.
Valentina Colasanti.
Zipporah Entim.
Stephen Cole.
Arfa Nudar.
Diego Colon.
Brody Nugent.
Gabriel Colon.
Bervetka Nurdinoska.
Hannah Colon.
Jack O'Brady.
Timur Coppersmith.
Scarlett Ava O'Brien.
Serena Carrillo.
Sabrina O'Connor.
Jason Marcus Cornwell Jr.
Temilalua Odumbo.
Matthew Costa Baraj.
Brady O'Leary.
Christopher Costa.
Ethan Oliveras.
John Villari.
Micah Oliver.
Caitlin Marie Cullen.
Nicholas Olszewski.
Olivia Cusick.
Timori Omaze.
Laura Dotsey.
Luis Antonio Okendo.
Idris Daltani.
Jessica Orloff.
Varun Daltani.
Marina Helena Ortega.
Sebastiano de Augusta.
Jonathan Marcus Ortiz.
Adam Daho.
Omar Osalino II.
Matthew Dalton.
Maxim Osnavikov.
Shakila Danister.
Khadija Old Arby.
Zaisha Dave.
Diego Olivero Fernandez.
Albert DeCandia.
Jason Owusu.
Jason Delahante.
Mimi Owusu Biodu.
David Delgado.
Akeem Oyabode.
Harold Denny III.
David Kabai.
Rebecca Denoda.
Justin Pacheco.
Adriana Dio.
Jordan Michaela Palmer.
Adele Halim Duraz.
Mitchell Palmer Jr.
Dave Desai.
Haley Palmieri.
Tejasvi Desai.
Natalia Palmera.
Amaya De Silva.
Tristan David Panday.
Xavier Diaz.
Alessia Periscopolo.
Leilani Sofia Diaz.
Ricardo D. Paredes Santana.
Raymond Luis Diaz.
Rohan Parek.
Nelson Diaz Melendez.
Emma Parrish.
Yusuf Dimes.
Gavin Parson.
Jeremiah Dixon.
Manan Patel.
Amaya Dixon.
Kari Patel.
Romeo Miguel Dizan.
Shrey Patel.
Grace Domingo.
Vivan Patel.
Giovanni Dominguez.
Anya Patel.
Isabella Dominguez.
Prisha Patanchetti.
Ethan Dwelly.
Sophia Avon.
Laurentia Daco.
Bryce Atwood Paxson.
Elizabeth Danu.
Emma Pepe.
Sean Duran.
Nelson Perdomo.
Peter Dorsch.
Nicholas Pereira.
Elijah Dragan.
Angelina Perez.
Lucas Dornikowski.
Kelvin Perez Jr.
Daniela Dimnich.
Christian Atanasio Parada.
Monica Janishevsky.
Gianna Peterson.
Sophia Carol Egan.
Deanna Peterson.
Myron Igorov.
Alana Phillips.
Daniel Elscoffey.
Kaylee Pickett.
Jaden Engad.
Benedict Pimento.
Logan Endress.
Zachary Piotrowski.
Ian Erickson.
Ariana Platanova.
Christopher James Escalante.
Rocco Joseph Lucchino.
Alyssa Escalante.
Timur Pelazuco.
Christopher Esposito.
Victoria Borowski.
Cooper D. Evans.
Victoria Krivish.
Mina Fidel.
Mohammed Zulkiful Qureshi.
Angelua Reagan.
Justin Ra.
Mustafa Bobby.
Arshan Farhan Rahim.
Sabrina Weiserleuba.
Lisbeth Ramirez.
Jaden Falcon.
Amelie Ramos.
Jacob Familia.
Sebastian Rezin.
Caitlin Marie Farley.
Luke Riegelsberger.
Olivia Farmer.
Nathan Picado Reese.
Alexandra Feehan.
Julia Ramoni.
Jessica Feldman.
Sebastian Reyes.
Jordan Feldman.
Angelina Luisa Reynoso.
Lyda Feldman.
Charles Reynoso.
Shanae London Ferguson.
Kylie Rose.
Joseph Ferguson.
Stephanie Rigler.
Mark Anthony Fernandez.
Isaiah David Rios.
Nicholas Ferrante.
Noah Rios.
Rhea Ferrer.
Ryan Ritter.
Danielle Figliola.
Kaylin Alana Ritz.
TJ Fiorenti.
Anthony Rivera.
Michael Ferretto.
Jalen Lily Rivera.
Danielle Flores.
Kelsey Rivera.
Ryan Flores.
Jordan Iris Rivera.
Zach Florio.
Desire Rivera.
Anijah Aaliyah Formanek.
Sharonda Rivera.
Caitlin Forrester.
Bryce Rizzo.
Ashley Forrester.
Danielle Robinson Kelton.
Juliana Francis.
Leticia Rushland.
Marissa Picano.
Kayla Rodriguez.
Savannah Van Gogh.
Jomira Rodriguez.
Yanatin Galachi.
Elijah Rodriguez.
Sadie Gallagher.
Lydiana Rodriguez.
Nicholas Gallo.
David Rodriguez Molina.
Gavin Galveo.
Ariane Rohal.
Nicholas Garcia.
Brianna Rojas.
Yuritsi Jasmine Garcia.
Corrales Roman.
Sherry Garcia.
Giselle Marie Roman Bishop.
Richard Garcia.
Savannah Sky Rosa.
Brian Garcia.
Tyler Ruiz.
Michelle Garcia.
Christopher Rundy.
Caleb Garcia.
Charlene Renee Russo.
Luca Galash Billy.
Kaden Rushcheck.
Mark Gendy.
Aruj Sajid.
Joshua Grace.
Abigail Salgado.
Tyler Gurlite.
Seymour Salman.
Alexis Gersher.
Emily Gabriela Sanchez.
Michael Gabor.
Adriana Sanchez.
Jordan Giardino.
Melvina Telawayan.
Eva J. Gilman.
Ria Sangani.
Andrew Gloria.
Emma Santa Maria.
Sam Bilal.
Michael Santangelo.
William Goldschmidt.
Gia Rose Santapolo.
Alexander Gomes.
Brian Satterway.
Yoler Gomez.
Xavier Saucedo.
Molly Ann Gamoka.
Brianna Sawney.
Christian Gonzalez.
Amalia Scatanicola.
Carlos Gonzalez.
Eric George Schickschneid.
Frederick Gorham.
Ryan Schreck.
Justin Graham.
Avani Davika Siegelman.
Charlize Green.
Crowley Celes.
Margella Grease.
Adaya Setswani.
Gavin Greco.
Manam Shah.
Cameron Greco.
Ikram Shazad.
Jasmine Raquel Cruz.
Safia Shaku.
Lainey Grosskopf.
Mariam Shahana.
Jordan Guerrera.
Anthony Sherman.
Juliana Costa.
Sharia Shet.
Dior Buda.
Nicholas William Shine.
Aaliyah Guza.
Barbie Shonia.
Haley Guad.
Sloan Shotland.
Francis Michael Hand.
Katia Spungen.
Bridget Harford.
Madison Szynski.
Ayan Haroon.
Rohan A. Siddiqui.
Natalie Harris.
Mohammed T. Siddiqui.
Miriam Hassan.
Iman Siddiqui.
Shazad Hassan.
Mohammed Siddiqui.
Desire Hayes.
Michelle Shankevich.
Jamie Hazel.
Haley Sigmund.
Hartley Hazel.
Michael Silva.
Donald Hill.
Gildaden Simon.
Joseph Heiser.
Kaden Natal Simpson.
Aaron Hernandez.
Gunor Singh.
Amy Hernandez.
Japji Singh.
Noble Herrick.
Manveer Singh.
Jordan Hurd.
Lovejeet Singh.
Peter Helbig.
Hamid Singleton.
Quinn Lava.
Kira Smith.
Caitlin Hogan.
Leah Smith.
Christian Holmes.
Brian Smith.
Juliana Britt.
Caleb Smith.
Adriana Wade.
Adam Solar.
Amir Jason Hunter.
Jasmine Soliman.
Gabriella Ayakabelli.
Andrew Solomon.
Isabella Ivanello.
Paige J. Solomon.
Mark Yusuf Ibrahim.
Karina Sosa.
Victor Ilnitsky.
Sophia Lynn Sousa.
Jeffrey Irwin.
Jaden Souza.
Raul Ismoil.
Christopher Spina.
Julie Jeannie Ivan.
Hunter Stephens.
Lauren Jackowitz.
Brianna Steger.
Ishana Jane.
Jasmine Stewart.
Jaden Jameson.
Caitlin Strauss.
Caitlin James.
Emily Stewart.
Janaya Javier.
Maximilian Saluski.
Janina G. Lewis.
Daniel Simkowitz.
Hannah Jimenez.
Alexa Taborda.
Emsley Adukwe Johnson.
Jaylee Tamayo.
Samora Johnson.
Tasha Taylor.
Rebecca Lynn Joe
Valentina Taylor.
Kayla Jones.
Elizabeth Chia.
Jalen Jones.
Gabriel Todaro.
Joshua Charles Joyner.
Sanaya Thomas.
Jake Javon.
Roseanne Thomas.
Jayadeen Janab.
Daniel Tierney.
Johnny K. Kadaroff.
Jaden Tomorrow.
Amira Kahani.
Sophia Grace Torrey.
Regina Malone.
Edwin Torres.
Zed Kamal.
Rashawn Devon Torella Key.
Aisha Kamal.
Tiana Tazi.
Noah Kang.
Alexandria Rose Tricarico.
Rohel Ahmed Kareem.
Hunter Tucker.
Christopher Cariotis.
Hashir Ali Usman.
Dylan Joseph Harlan.
Justin Valimani.
Thomas Castle.
Andrea Valverde.
Jason Castle.
Olivia Rose Van Dersen.
Andrew Katz.
William Vafides.
Kali Grace Kapke.
Eduardo Vargas.
Nimri Kaur.
Layla Vaughn.
Benit Kaur.
Kira Vela.
Kayla Keaveney.
Nicholas Vela.
Joshua N. Kelly.
Tristan Bendel.
Jaden Kimjorski.
Aiden Meany.
Taha Khan.
Fiorella Vidal.
Umar Khan.
Gianna Villa.
Elon Papchik.
Matthew Villas.
Salome Coraba.
Maria Elena Vite.
Ashkin Kashudian.
Dylan Vislaki.
Malik Nasir King.
Avery Vista.
Hayden Kimmett.
Ryan Fu.
Claire Podros.
Maria Dixon.
Brianna Cola.
Michaela Bree Walker.
Peyton Cope.
Evan Walker.
Toby Komalafe.
Angus Walker.
Tatiana Conserata.
Zanin Warach.
Christopher Kosicki.
Dominic Weiler.
Christian Kotlesky.
Ryan Werner.
Alexander Kozikowski.
Jason Wheeler.
Evan Kraya.
Madison Williams.
Sophia Gabriela Krupinski.
Renee Williams.
Michael Andrew Krupinski.
Alexa Whitty.
John Henry Kugel.
Jaden Wong.
Jose Kuski.
Adriana Jabroy.
Leo Kutcher.
Maria Isabel Zikara.
Michael Kavas.
Anna Sukir Yahya.
Eleni Kirafidis.
Anika Yunus.
Marche Lafortune.
Daniela Young.
Michelle Lamb.
Rihanna Yunusi.
Oscar Lipinski.
Brianna Crystal Zach.
Rita Larkin.
Haley Rose Zagorin.
Dominic Lissell.
Yasmin Zamar.
Shamsuddin Latif.
Aiden Sadie.
Milani Loriano.
Kayla Zeman.
Samuel Zion Lagote.
Kristen Marie Cerudo.
Aisha Mehta.
Eliza Ziba.
Joey Vasvilo.
Zachary Zink.
Jack Bichette.
Mohammed Abdur Ra Zayad.
Alexa Roca.
Anya Paul.
Jordan Rosenthal.
Abigail Thomas.
Tasia Moretti.
Gabriella Matola.
Tommy Moretti.
Jillian Marmera. Sophia Coda.
Your vice principal, Mr. Richard Nazareth.
Class of 2026. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. It actually does mean no worries. I looked it up. I heard that phrase while walking through Disney World a couple of months ago on the senior class trip, and it gave me some inspiration. As I entered the Magic Kingdom, I saw a father give his child a stuffed toy Simba from The Lion King. It immediately made me think of the parents sitting here today. The story of The Lion King, especially the beginning, captures the essence of being a parent. This is the story of Mufasa teaching Simba what it takes to become a great leader. As a parent whose own children have already graduated from college, I can tell you that what these graduates are about to embark on is exciting, but also a little scary and, yes, expensive. How is anyone expected to devote 18 years to raising a child and then, one day, drop them off in an unfamiliar place surrounded by strangers? Just as Mufasa eventually had to let Simba find his own path, parents in the crowd now find themselves watching from a distance as your children begin the next chapter of their story. As I continued walking into the Magic Kingdom that day, I found myself thinking about all of you. Standing at the entrance, it occurred to me that high school is a lot like Disney World, filled with different lands, each with its own challenges and adventures. Starting your own journey 4 years ago was much like walking through Adventureland. You started this at the grade 9 building, unaware of who you were. Just like the movie Aladdin, it was a whole new world for you. Because your own high school adventure began when you imagined the world beyond what you already knew. Trying new activities, enrolling in challenging classes, auditioning for the musical, or joining a sports team. You didn't always know what was ahead, but you moved forward anyway. Frontierland taught you how strong you could become. Throughout your high school career, you had many successes, but you also had many obstacles and challenges in the way to get to that success. I want to acknowledge those who are fighting battles we know little or nothing about. I applaud the student who went through loss or hardship these last few years and still found the way to this stage. Like Tiana speaking to the prince in The Princess and the Frog, the only way to get what you want in this world is through hard work. I enter Fantasyland and can see where your dreams begin to take shape. Peter Pan represents that tension between childhood and adulthood and teaches us never to grow up. Earlier this year, I found myself in a dance-off with J.D. Junaid and Zach Florio on stage during an opening assembly, dancing to Pitbull. I won't comment on who won, but the experience reminded me of Peter Pan's lesson that staying young isn't about refusing to grow up. It's about never losing your enthusiasm, your sense of adventure, and your willingness to jump into the moment, even when everyone's watching. I continue to walk through Fantasyland and ride the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I think of their lesson, that success is rarely a solo journey. Family, friends, coaches, classmates, and teachers have all helped shape who you are today. And I want to acknowledge every staff member at Old Bridge High School, for it is your effort and dedication that provides the experience and education that these students receive. And just a special shout out to your class advisors, Ms. Fuentes and Mr. Post. They helped to bring about the amazing experiences over the last 4 years. My last stop of the day takes me to Tomorrowland. There's a ride here that I love. It's not Space Mountain or Tron. It's the Carousel of Progress. If you've never experienced it, it's a simple, relaxing attraction, and by that point in the day, the air conditioning was certainly appreciated. As I listened to his message, I was reminded to embrace the changes and new chapters in our lives rather than dwell in the past. The Attractions' famous song, "There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow," emphasizes hope and possibility. As you leave high school, the future isn't something to fear, it's something to build. Your future is full of opportunities. Opportunities if you're willing to pursue them. Whether your Tomorrowland leads you to college, military, the workforce, or a path uniquely your own, remember the lessons you've learned along the way. Face the challenges with courage, chase your dreams with confidence, and embrace the future with optimism. And when life presents you with a few twists and turns, because it certainly will, I will hope you remember those familiar words, Hakuna Matata, not because there'll be no worries, but because you now have the education and character to handle them. Class of 2026, I'm going to miss you tremendously. I will miss the fist bumps. Congratulations, your great big beautiful tomorrow is waiting. It is my pleasure to introduce two individuals who have gone above and beyond these last 4 years, working tirelessly for the class of 2026, your class advisors, Ms. Fuentes and Mr. Post.
To the class of 2026.
High school graduation isn't the end of the story, just the completion of one chapter as another begins.
The class of 2026 has left an indelible mark on Old Ridge, bringing a sense of warmth and camaraderie to our students in the years ahead that can build on it.
Whether you're on a championship team, an influential club, took an inspiring class, or took part on an amazing school trip or activity, memories were made that will last a lifetime.
The values of our school and community are a direct reflection of you and your efforts, and the upbringing of your families and your community has instilled in you all. You are phenomenal ambassadors for our school and great representatives of Old Ridge Knights.
As a final gift to the school community that has helped shape us, the class of 2026 is proud to leave a lasting legacy. We will provide cell phone holders for all high school classrooms, make a donation to Mr. Borriello and the Woodshop program in recognition of his dedication and the countless ways he helped bring all our ideas to life.
We will contribute to Mr. Beverly and the student activities to support future Battle of the Classes events and student experiences, and make a donation to support the underclassmen at OVHS. These gifts represent our gratitude and our commitment to ensuring that future generations of Knights have the same opportunity to create memories and traditions of their own.
Once a night,
Always a night.
congratulations, class of 2026. Will Jordan Rosenthal, Alexa Roca, Jolie Vaspalo, and Jack Michelle join me at the podium for the turning of the tassel?
Turning of the tassel at graduation represents a culmination of many years of hard work to reach this milestone in our lives.
This is the last act we will perform as Old Ridge High School students. Once a night, always a night.
Will the class of 2026 please stand? Old Ridge High School, class of 2026, please move your tassels from the right to the left. We now declare you alumni of Old Ridge High School! That was awesome. Please stand for the recessional. This concludes the commencement exercises for the Old